Mm, mm. Yeah, sure. Mm. Let's go back to Zoom like this, and let's say hello to Vinci, but you can call him Joe. All right. Yep. Welcome, Vinci, but I can call you Joe. Oh boy. It's Saturday, the 14th of October. Ah, let's see. Ah, 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 let's see. Listen. Ah, 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 ah. Charge it up with this. Ah, my back. So the other day, I was reading a book. Let's see if I got it around here. No, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I got books scattered all over my bed. Okay. So I was reading the book called the Holy Bible. Oh, yes. I was reading. I hope I got. Hope my microphone's working. I think it is. So this Holy Bible contains the Old and New Testaments. It's a King James version. And I started off with the New Testament, and the first book, the first gospel, is called the book of Matthew, or it's called more completely, it's called the Gospel according to Saint Matthew. Let's see. Man, the New Testament is very, very short. Maybe they shouldn't have called it the New Testament. They should have. They shouldn't have called the Old Testament the Old Testament. They should have called the Old Testament the Bible, and the New Testament, they should have called it addendums or amendments to the Bible as a constitution. It's very, very short. It's like, huh, let's say it's 1/4 the size of the Bible, of the Old Testament. Okay. Saint Matthew. So I was reading Saint the Gospel gospel according to St. Matthew, and I read all of chapter 1, and that covers the genealogy or the generations of Jesus Christ, the son of David and the son of Abraham. So I guess what that means is that he was in the lineage of David and Abraham. Hmm. And Christ, that means Messiah. Okay, so it goes through 14 generations, and then they get sent to Babylon, and then another 14. Oh no, is that right? There's something else that happens. Let's see, it says here. Let's see. So all the generations from Abraham to David are 14. Oh, okay. I forgot about David. And then from David to when they get carried away to Babylon are another 14 generations. And then from there until Jesus appears are another 14 generations. Okay, excuse me. And then I got to chapter 2, and or I didn't start it. I finished at the end of chapter 1. Uh, the end of chapter 1 is also pretty important because Joseph, the husband of Mary, Mary, who is the mother of Jesus. Uh, it sounds like, does this say that? Yeah, this wisely doesn't say that Joseph is his biological father, but that Joseph is the husband of Mary, or would be. It sounds like he had a he discovered that she had gotten pregnant, and he hadn't done it because they were, I guess, fiance, or what's it called, engaged to be married, and she ended up having a belly. So he was embarrassed about that. So he was going to hide her away. But then he had a dream. So an angel told him, no, you're going to have to let this baby be born, or don't abort it. This baby is very important, and don't hide Mary. Marry her, but don't have sex with her until the baby's born. Mm, okay. And even though he got the name Jesus, it also says that he got the name Emmanuel. Maybe in in some books by the prophets, there was a mention of Emmanuel. So they threw it in here that he was also known as Emmanuel here. At least that's what's in the what he remembers from his dream, that he would be known as Emmanuel, which means God is with us. So it doesn't say that Jesus is God. It says that his name means God is with us. Emmanuel means God is with us. So what does that mean? Hmm. And what else happens here? Hmm. He had brought forth first of all, and he called his name Jesus. Okay, so chapter 2. Now, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem. We three kings of Orient are bearing gifts. We travel so far. We're bringing frankincense, frankincense, and frankincense. I can't remember what the other gifts are. Oh, oh, are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Oh, wait a minute. Where's frankincense in that song? Did they give him frankincense, rosemary, and thyme? That song says parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Oh. Hmm. Verse the second verse of chapter 2 says, saying, oh, so Herod is saying to the three wise men from the east, when Jesus was born, Herod would say to them, as soon as they showed up, I guess the three wise men had to go see Herod. Maybe they were so famous that the word got around, and so they asked the three wise men to go visit Herod. He's got some gifts for them. Hmm. Maybe these three wise men were rich. That's because they were wise. They became rich. Maybe they invested wisely in Bitcoin. Um, hmm. So I just came up with an idea for a science fiction movie or novel or story. Maybe I'll run it run it through Mike Taylor. I could say, oh, I could say, hey Mike, I got an idea for a science fiction novel. It goes something like this. First of all, you might want to hold off on your disbelief or skepticism as to whether the technology would be or is available. Oh, I hear birds chirping. Yep, they're pretty loud. Uh, so, so just use your imagination and imagine that we already have the technology, or actually, it doesn't matter when it is that we begin to have that technology, because as soon as we have that technology, we would start using it and make changes to history. And what are those technologies? Pray tell. I'm hinting at the technologies that could change history. So normally we think of history as linear in time. And so time is two, maybe one dimensional, as in one line. There's the past, and the future is a point in time moving towards the future. Is it gobbling up more future so that there's less future in the future, and it's spitting out past. So there's more past being produced as the present is moving forward in time. So we're all together. It seems like we've always been together in this present moment. Some of us obviously drop off, never to be seen again, supposedly. So we're gobbling up the future at a constant rate, supposedly. And we're consuming the future, converting it into the past. And that consumption is happening at the present. So it seems like we're all in the present. But what if we have the technology that allows us to go back into the past with a purpose of adjusting the from where we go back into the past, we enter it at a certain point in time, a certain point in history, so that when we enter it, we're able to make changes to that past. But those changes instantly change our present. So let's imagine that there are people in the future who have the technology to go to the past, and they're going to the past on purpose. They're selecting certain points in the past to enter into. and live out those past moments that we assume are gone forever. But as soon as they drop into a moment in time in the past, that causes an instant propagation, a wave that is faster than the speed of light. It's infinite speed. It's instantaneous. It instantaneously changes the present and the future. So, so there are people in our future, or they could be, yeah, it could be in our very near future, or it could be very far from now. But nevertheless, we have to assume that they've already came up with such technology. In fact, they have been using such technology all along, to the point, oh boy, I'm getting sleepy. I have to drink something to keep me awake. Mm. I got a drink. It's called uh, it's called uh, Argo. It's one of our sponsors. So with Argo, you can go far. This Argo, this flavor is they call it hibiscus tea sangria. So the ingredients are mm, uh, brewed hibiscus herbal tea with filtered water, allulose, blend of orange, lemon, apple, and raspberry juices from concentrates, natural flavors, stevia leaf extract, and powdered rose hips. Oh, I wonder what the caffeine level is. Oh, it looks like it doesn't have any caffeine. It's got a very little sodium. It has no fat. It has carbohydrates. 20 grams. That's 7% of your daily value. Includes zero added sugar. It's got zero protein. It's got 15 milligrams of calcium. That's 2%. It's got potassium, 29 milligrams, which is 0% of your daily value. Damn. It's not a significant source of saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, dietary fiber, vitamin D, calcium, iron, potassium, and zinc. So it's got a list of all kinds of things that it has, but it's not a significant source of them. So you could practically say that there's nothing of those things there. Maybe there's such a small trace that you still want to mention them, perhaps because they're there. They need to be mentioned. Perhaps are ingredients that are already built into the main ingredients. So the company, I guess, is named Argo Tea. They have a website, argotea.com, and they proudly say, at Argo, we first source the finest teas in the world, nuanced, antioxidant rich, free of imperfections. Then we find the right natural ingredients that complement, enhance, and bring dimension to the underlying taste profiles. Finally, we artfully combine them in low calorie, low sugar recipes that precisely balance the healthful benefits of tea with flavor that meets and exceeds the expectations of those who want to taste more. So this is impossibly good. And it's 100% natural brewed tea. It's called hibiscus tea sangria. And it's got a picture of like looks like orange flowers, raspberries, um, some herbal leaves, and an apple, a sliced apple. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, this bottle is 16 fluid ounce. Mm. I'll drink some of it. Uh, I was I was maybe assuming that because it said tea, it would have some caffeine in it, but this is not real tea, is it? Well, it says it's brewed tea, but maybe it doesn't have real tea in it. It's more like herbal tea. I don't know. It doesn't have listed caffeine. See the ingredients are brewed hibiscus herbal tea with filtered water, allulose. Does it say allulose blend or allulose, comma, blend? Oh, man. Wait a minute. Yeah, allulose, comma. Then it says blend of orange, lemon, apple, and raspberry juices from concentrates. And then it's got natural flavors, and then the stevia leaf extract and powdered rose hips. Let's see what it tastes like. Ah, it's refreshing. Ah, and not excessively sweet, but definitely sweet. Oh, and my leg still hurts. Ah, mm. Every Sunday, I'm studying this book, a few pages on in a we're having a teacher, a lama, maybe a geshe. That's like he's got a it's equivalent to a PhD. Tibetan lama is is a guiding us through the book. So we're reading from it, and it's a good 800 pages. Uh, 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 it's called Liberation in the Palm of Your Hand by Pabonka Rinpoche. It's a concise discourse on the path to enlightenment. It's a spiritual classic. It was edited by Trijang Rinpoche and translated by Michael Richards. Trijang Rinpoche died in 1980, and I think he was present in the 1920s, present when the actual teacher was giving teachings on this topic. And so Trijang Rinpoche, the editor, was writing it down or taking notes. And out of all the notes that he took over a period of 27 days, he came up with this book. So he basically writing down what the teacher was saying, the teacher being Pabonka Rinpoche. And of course, it was written in Tibetan. So you need a translator. So the translator is Michael Richards. Hmm. So what do they talk about? Oh man, so it's a cover a lot. It's like the path to enlightenment. Uh, it's like it's split into three major grades. Grades, as in grade school, like the elementary grades, middle school, and high school. So we're going through elementary grades. We're learning. Um, what were we learning the last time? Hmm. What were we learning? Uh, oh boy. What, what, what were we, say I'm taking this class every Sunday and we're reading from this book. And I think I've already had 3 classes. But the material, I've gone through it before in another book like this one, but a different presentation. Hmm, different translation. Uh, uh, the other version I went through, it took about 2 years to go through. The the book that covered the same materials is called Joyful Path of Good Fortune by Geshe Kelsang Gyatso, who was a student of Trijang Rinpoche, the editor of this book. So the material is pretty similar. Ow. Why is it hurting? Why is my leg hurting? Oh, you know what? Maybe I should take my medication. Let's see if I have my medication here. Mm, I think the medication is in the bag. So if I can, oh, oh, that feels good. Well, a little bit of stretching. It feels good. Ah, okay, so I'm going to mm, maybe exercise my abdominal muscles to get up. Okay, see if the medicine is in here. I think I left it in here. Oh, and I got this. Oh, I got this phone. I should charge this phone up too. Uh, mm, Mm. Yeah. Mm. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm charging that phone, but I'm looking for the medicine. If it's in this bag. Oh, I think I feel it. Oh yeah, I got it. Here's the medicine. I found it. It's a gabapentin, 300 milligrams. So I'm taking it 3 times a day. So this is the morning time. Hmm. Hmm. I I already ate something earlier this morning. uh, so so what's the topic gonna be? Well, let's see. Uh, over here in Messenger, uh, uh, tab. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if I. Uh, okay. Okay. So the topic could be on consciousness, unconsciousness, and subconsciousness. Oh man. Ooh. Hmm. What is consciousness? Oh man. And then what is unconsciousness? Oh man. And what is subconsciousness? So consciousness, uh, which one should go first? Unconsciousness and then subconsciousness. Okay. So the Trinity, consciousness, unconsciousness, and subconsciousness. Ah, my leg. This is uh so I am conscious of the pain in my leg. Uh, sometimes I may pay so much attention to something that I forget about the pain I'm having in my leg. Uh, or at least it doesn't bother me as much. Uh, if I'm not mistaken, unconsciousness, I'm not sure what the difference is between unconscious and subconscious. Well, colloquially, I would say that unconscious, when you use the un prefix in front of anything, it's like saying not, or negating the root word. So you're saying not conscious. So when are we not conscious? Uh, so I, all this time I've been talking and I've been breathing, but I've been unconscious of my breath. So you can't say I am subconscious of my breath. You can say I am unconscious of my breath, but not subconscious of my breath. So sub suggests underneath consciousness, a, a consciousness that is doing something, but we're not aware of it. It's some kind of mental process going on that's manipulating mental objects in the background. It's as if it's another person doing them. Another being is doing them. No, no, but when you're breathing, you're unconscious of it, and yet who is doing it? You're subconscious. Can you say that? Is it correct to say that? That my my breathing is is controlled by my unconscious mind or my subconscious mind? Uh, Hmm, I was listening to a person that is kind of has her own podcast, you could say, on Facebook, uh, and she considers herself like a life coach. And she was talking about the subconscious and kind of describing it as the part of the mind that is reptilian, that is hmm, that is fight or flight, that doesn't doesn't take the time to think things through. I guess you could call it systems one thinking versus systems two thinking, where you think it through. Uh, uh, so maybe, uh, and it sounds like she was saying that we're always giving our subconscious mind orders, giving giving it ordering it. And the subconscious mind takes these orders and doesn't think about it carefully. So whatever we give it, it believes it. So we have to be careful what we tell it, what orders we give it, because when we give it orders, it starts to process it, and it could result in unfavorable consequences sometimes. Hmm. Or it could, maybe she was kind of implying, or maybe she gave examples that could be like, um, that suggests that our mind is very powerful, but we have to be careful about how we program it. Mm, so our conscious mind is doing the programming, and the subconscious mind is sort of running the program, but it's running it uh, in uh, in routines that are uh, kind of efficient, but maybe not so flexible, not so mm, not so careful, not so well thought out, and and that could lead to kind of mistakes or being misled, being fooled. And uh, one word that came to mind was the word affirmations. Affirmation, like saying something uh, that, and you say it in a way that it gets it's given importance, uh, and uh, and it's remembered. It's it's yeah, it's given value. So because it gets value, it has a a longer short term memory. It becomes a long term memory. Oh boy. Oh. I need help. Mm, mm, mm. I need help. Mm, mm. Was I snoring? Mm. Wake me up before you go. My leg is still aching. It's like it's, I'm getting little shocks. Kind of at near the skin level, but deeper, and yet not so deep that it would hurt my muscle. Hmm. Oh, welcome, friend. Mm.
Hello, hello.
Pavlin Edrev. Ah.
Yes, that's right.
Mm. I'm Jairo Moreno. How are you this morning?
Well, for me, it's not morning, it's 2 p.m., but otherwise, I'm fine.
Mm. So maybe you're in Russia,
No, I'm in Denmark.
Denmark. Well, close, maybe.
We're
Same time,
very close.
same, same time zone, maybe, or maybe they're even more in.
No, Russia is more to the right.
In another time zone. Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Denmark. Mm. What's that like? It's a small country.
It is a small country, yes.
It's nice. Mm. Yes, I was thinking about talking about consciousness, unconsciousness, and subconsciousness. Hmm. I'm confused between unconsciousness and subconsciousness. I
I
think
see.
I think subconsciousness is our mind is doing something uh without us knowing, and it's following orders. We're telling it to do this and that, and it does it. And unconscious, maybe it has to do with not being conscious, or not conscious. Like when we get knocked out, we're unconscious. Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. There's the idea of systems thinking. There's a system one thinking and a system two thinking. And system one thinking is like fast thinking, and system two thinking is slow thinking. So we take we use reason and make and come up with a careful decision, think it out. But system one thinking is more, we think and make a decision real fast. Mm, is almost automatic. Mm. Maybe the subconscious, the reptilian mind, the reptilian brain, the fight or flight brain is doing these subconscious work. Hmm. Hmm. I have some books on the mind. I study Buddhism, so I have a lot of books on Buddhism. It's different from psychology, but it has its own psychology, Buddhist psychology. Hmm.
Nice. So, are we gonna play any game here, or what are we gonna do? What is the plan?
Oh, there is a game called Vinci. That is that board that you see there. Hmm. And Joe is the inventor of that game, and he can show us how easy it is to play. It's a lot easier than chess, but it's a little bit more difficult than tic-tac-toe or checkers. Mm. Oh, hmm. And the board is like two squares, 9 nodes, and they're touching each other, so they have a common node, and those numbers are there so that you can say, put my piece on number 2 on the left side, things like that. Because Joe is the facilitator, and he has our pieces. So we take our pieces and we put them on the board, and then at the end, the one who has the most pieces, well, you add up. You get points for if you get 3 in a row, or a square, or a triangle. So a triangle, you get 1 point. A square, you get 2 points, and 3 in a row, you get 3 points. And so you see who gets the most points at the end of the game. So it's pretty fun.
I see. And when is Joe coming?
Yes. He usually comes around this time. He was here earlier and left the board, but he hasn't joined us yet with his own microphone and his face. And sometimes Rami shows up, and sometimes Don shows up, DAWN, and both of them live in Florida. I live in Florida. And Joe lives in Canada. And sometimes another guy from Canada shows up. So we might have a bunch of people here. Sometimes a guy from Japan shows up. Masa. I think that's his name. He lives in Tokyo, I think. And oh, wow. There's a show, I think it's on, I forget what if it's on Netflix or on Prime, Amazon Prime, but some streaming service. It's a series from Denmark called Borgen. Are you familiar with that show? I think
Nope.
that's the name.
I don't watch much TV or Netflix or whatever, so I'm
Oh,
not familiar with it.
It's made in Denmark, and it's a series. I don't know how many episodes, maybe 20, but I started watching it, and it's pretty good. I could put it on where they have actors double or do the English, so I don't have to read, or I could leave it in the original Danish and try to read the subtitles. But it's a show about the Danish government and about the prime minister. She got elected, barely won, and all the difficulties that she has to go through, and going back and forth between her work in government and going back to her home, life at home with a husband and kids. So it's pretty interesting. I've watched a few episodes. I guess Parliament, and I guess they have the Labor Party and other kind of parties. Progressive Party. I don't know. Oh, what else is new? Yeah, I've been watching what's going on in politics, in particular Donald Trump and all the accusations and all the indictments, all the the charges. He's gotten 91 charges on 4 different courts, and so he's in big trouble. So I'm listening to news about that from different sources. Mm. Mm. Oh, what else is new? Oh, there's something happening in Israel and Hamas. That's pretty tragic. Pretty complicated. It's interesting to try to understand that kind of politics. Mm. Mm. Yes, this morning I was drinking this juice, Argo hibiscus tea sangria. It's pretty delicious. Mm. 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 And here's my library. I got lots of books. You see all those books?
Yeah, that's a lot of books.
I got. Mm. I started putting some books with green covers because my theme is I painted the room green, so I want to put the books in green covers, so everything looks green. You should buy green clothes. There's a lot of things in storage, a lot of books. So that's all. I've been spending all my money on books and don't have time to read them. Mm. But I started reading the Bible. I started reading the New Testament. Matthew chapter 1. I got through it. Now I'm starting on chapter 2.
Nice. Can you tell Joe when he's here to send me a mail?
Oh, did Joe invite you?
Yes.
Oh, you're familiar with Joe, but in Canada? And he invited you to play Vinci with us. That would be good.
Yes. So can you tell
I
him
wonder
to
what's
send me an email when
I wonder
he's
what
here
happened.
so we can play?
Okay,
I need
I'll
to go
tell
finish
him.
some other stuff.
Okay. I'll tell him when he shows up to email you or text you or
Yes.
whatever.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you. I'll be back when he does that. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
See ya.
See you later. Mm. 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 Masa. Masa. Masa Masa. In Japan.
Yes.
Masa Masa.
Hi. Good morning.
How is Japan?
uh, just we can just every day we can just every day we can spend yeah as a daily life.
Every day?
Actually, as a personal, as a my personal business, as my personal issue, I become uh, busier than before, since almost 1 week ago.
You have become busier.
Yeah.
And perhaps
It's okay. To finish my task.
you are busy trying to finish all your tasks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, there is so much to do every day, and you never finish what you started. Or
Yes.
things get complicated and you don't expect the unexpected, and things get in the way, and you hope to finish something, but you have to leave it alone for another day.
Yeah. Just my supervisor asked me to my supervisor asked me to technical document of IT and also the coding uh, from English to the Japanese. Then the total amount of the page is around 150 pages plus.
Your supervisor asked you to translate a technical document from Japanese to English?
English to Japanese.
Oh, English to Japanese.
Even though I do not know any kind of manner or any experience on the technical issue on kind of translate the coding English on the coding and also the IT issues.
Oh, you have little experience in translating from English to Japanese, especially the coding.
Coding, not recording.
Oh, recording?
Yes. Yes. Not
Oh.
not recording. Coding means make the
Coding? Computer
coding.
programming?
Yes.
Oh, I have the solution. Coding. I have special books on how
Ah.
to code. Ah,
I'm not available.
ah. Aha, here it is.
File your document couldn't be available for me to solve the this issue. Then and also for me, I have got some experience to finish the issues day by day.
You have
I have got
issues.
I have got experience to make a make a progress every day. So actually and also the time to finish the task is friendly for me. Oh, it's good.
I have here a book on coding, writing solid code. How to write solid code. What does it mean to write solid code? Oh, code that has very few bugs. Code that is easy to maintain. Code that other people can read and figure out what it does. Let's see. It's a practical book for learning how to prevent and detect bugs. How do you do that? Oh, it depends on the language. Oh, do you know how to program in C or in BASIC or something like that? Or Python?
My how to say kind of my final target it's not my final target. It's not to understand how coding is not understand the fact is how we can make a code. So therefore, actually C++ is found on the my kind of the my document that I have to translate from English to Japanese.
Oh,
But there are another a lot of issues.
oh, done. Welcome, Don. We have Don in the house. And we have Masa in the house. Maybe Don is driving a car.
Good morning.
Hi.
Don is
Good
driving
morning.
home.
Take care.
Yes, good to see you all. Sorry I'm delayed.
Are you driving carefully?
I am driving carefully.
Do you have your eyes on the road or on the video in Zoom?
Both.
Both. That's dangerous. That's
Yeah.
multitasking.
Fortunately for me, I'm not doing the driving.
Oh, you're not
Yeah.
driving?
I'm the passenger today.
Oh, you're the passenger?
Yes.
I got it. Yes.
Who is
Uh,
driving?
Donnie.
Donnie?
Your partner, right?
Hello, everybody.
Hi. Good morning.
Who's Donnie?
Donnie is my friend. Remember Rami? Met him and his wife. Donnie and I went to meet Rami and his wife back in, I think it was in August.
Wow.
Yes, so we went to meet them and we went to the Busch Gardens in Tampa with them.
Oh, now where are you guys driving to? To meet Rami again?
No, to my client's place.
Hmm. That's good.
Down.
Yes.
Down.
And Joel
Yes,
is away, you see. Hi, Masa.
Hi. Good morning. Just
Good
I have one question to you. You said you are on the way to go to the kind of the gardening shop.
Oh no, we're on our way to my client's restaurant, to their business.
Really? Just if you are kind of your purpose for the your purpose to moving the by car is to kind of meet the to go to the shop of the kind of the gardening. How you can see my plants behind from me, behind of me.
Oh yes, I see. Yes.
It's kind of botanical.
Wow, Masa, you have a lot. You made all of those? You grew those?
Actually, I have to water all of the plant every month, every week. And also you can see the some root of the plant, which
Yes.
is kind of the natural one, not the
Artificial.
just everything is fresh.
Yes. It's not
there-
artificial.
Yes, artificial, yes. So actually, to make the small root plant to this one, it took how many years? Around 10 years.
3 years. Wow.
10 years. 3 years, not 3 years. 10 years.
Oh, 10.
10.
Wow.
Then
Masa.
the length of the
It's very viney.
so that is why I have difficulty moving my resident to the another one due to the kind of maintenance of this not artificial plant. Actually, the most the longest root kind of the length of the longest length longest one is around more than 10 meters.
And do you live in a small apartment?
Yeah, actually, I'm single. But I have a so the not not small, not small kind of the uh kind of housing, which has two living two living room and dining room and also one kind of the kitchen. So that it is kind of enough for me to stay as a single.
Yes, nice. Very nice. It's good to see.
It's,
And how is
it's
his
in a building, a many-storied building.
Mm.
how many floors?
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking with how much my identification can be opened in this room where is kind of the kind of recorded or recorded for the YouTube live kind of YouTube library. So this residence is very unique. At first, I'd like to say very unique because the residence has just two stories.
Ah, 2 stories.
Two,
I'm
two
gonna go
stories.
off video now. One moment.
The,
Uh,
and also two stories. Then each story can stay one residence, one family or one kind of the one residence.
uh,
So therefore therefore the building has the capacity for accepting only two family or two residents.
uh.
Very unique.
Hmm.
I had asked I posted a discussion topic, and I wanted to talk about the words consciousness, subconsciousness, and unconsciousness. This came
Uh-huh.
up for me recently because I was listening to watching some old TV shows, and I noticed someone describing what today many of us call awareness or consciousness. I was listening to someone describe it as the subconscious. And what she was saying was that consciously you're not aware of what's going on around you all the time. But subconsciously, you do know what's going on. You're aware. You can basically absorb a lot of information, record a lot of information from the subconscious level. Well, I found it interesting that today we don't speak of it as a subconscious, at least not in the circles I've been traveling in. I noticed that people describe it as consciousness. So I wanted to understand from you all, what are the differences between these words to you? And do any of them mean the same thing?
Oh, interesting. So you have been listening to someone use the word subconscious as something that is actually conscious, but we are not aware of what it's doing. Well,
Yes.
it's absorbing information, and we don't know that it's doing it.
Yes.
Meanwhile, our consciousness are is that mind with which we imagine that we are in control, like we're in the driver's seat. So maybe the subconscious minds are the passengers, and we're the driver, and the passengers are doing this and that. And we can't keep track of what they're doing. They're little kids. They're being naughty.
So what came to me was that I remember when I was younger, we spoke in terms of conscious and subconscious, but today the language seems to have changed. I very rarely hear people talk about subconscious in these awareness groups. I hear them talk about consciousness, being conscious, your third eye being open. You are aware. So where does subconsciousness fit into that scenario? Where is the subconscious when you become aware?
Thank you for making me aware of those words, because the other day there was a person that was using the term subconscious mind and giving me hints as to its capabilities. And I got the impression that the subconscious mind is taking orders from the conscious mind and is following them to the letter without any care, without being careful of what it's doing. So the subconscious mind is like in auto control, or no, remote control. No, it's kind of like our tool. Oh, ow. And we're telling it to take care of this, and it takes care of it, and we don't have to worry about it. It takes care of it. And so that reminded me of words, powerful words that we might use, like affirmations. Have you heard of the word affirmations?
Yes.
So we have an affirmation. Maybe we feel that we want to remember that we are smart or that we are beautiful. And so we say to ourselves, I am smart or I am beautiful. And that is our affirmation. So that is an order given to the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind records it and believes it without question. And I'll let Joel enter the house. Oh, no, that's not Joel. That's Rami. Yes.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning, Rami.
Welcome, Rami.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, all.
Yeah,
How was your week, Rami?
Busy.
Busy?
busy?
What a coincidence. Masa said he was busy too.
And me too.
Oh, Don was busy too.
Yeah, actually, I'm busy. Busier than last week. But the type of the busy is different. For me, busier by business, my workload. But for you guys,
Oh, Masa said his supervisor gave him the busy task of translating technical work in English, translating it to Japanese, and that work includes coding. So, how does one translate coding into Japanese? You can't. Maybe you could describe it.
yeah, actually, my station is told by Hiro, and also just I have one concern to Rami on what I try to describe Kanban and also Kanban system. Actually, my kind of explanation was unnecessary and complicated to you. So therefore, just I need a paper to kind of graphically to kind of explain by using the graphics or images.
A flow chart of sorts.
Not so the flowchart. Just
Block diagram.
No. The flowchart and also the diagram is very kind of very intelligent one. But my image, how I should have been I should have explained to Rami is very more simpler way. So anyway, just if you or I try to kind of describe the by kind of message to Rami just now. It should be very long, very huge the whole of the information of the Kanban is volume is supposed to be very big. So,
Dog. Mm.
I wasn't quite sure what I heard that you were talking about. It sounded like there was some source code, maybe, and if that's the case, a simple block quote and then paste it in as is. Because if you try to translate, then that's great and all, but may not exactly translate and then not work or work as at least initially designed or as initially received. And that's all I have to add to that.
yeah. Anyway, by kind of by continuing the my tasks every day, that give me a kind of experience how the certain noun certain noun should be translated as a manner of the coding and also the IT system or something. So I got some experience every day. So therefore you don't have to care about my task. So and also I can get the extra money from my organization. So this is good for me.
There's, I said that was all I had to contribute to that, and there's only one other thing that came to mind that I feel also obligated to share. And it's maybe that if this was a document into another document, the source document was encoded using English encoding, let's say US English, for instance, and you're putting it into a Japanese document, there might be some mistranslation if the editor that you're using is utilizing the Japanese encoding, and it could translate some of the English characters differently into the American, but that's probably been worked out already in software with whatever editor you're using. I only mentioned that in the off case that it wasn't. So what's the topic of the morning or the evening of the day?
Yeah, just there was done asking Hire and me about what is the consciousness and also the subconsciousness. Then there were a lot of how to say kind of their point the reflections by point of view from Dan and also Hiro. But actually I took some explanation from both of both of them. So then I started kind of speaking on my point of view. Just you are coming and also Dan is kind of out. So this is just current status.
It occurred to me using an analogy or a metaphor from computer science. Could I say that the conscious mind or consciousness is what is going through the CPU, what is being pulled in and processed at the present moment awareness, while subconscious could be what is being processed perhaps in a routine. Oh, and it could be it is being done simultaneously, almost as if the conscious mind is the driver in a SUV, and you got all these kids riding with you. So all the kids are the subconscious minds doing their things, and the conscious mind is telling them to behave, and so they follow orders. So the subconscious minds are our kids. And so we tell our kids different things and they follow them, or maybe they decide not to, but usually they follow them. They're fairly behaved, well behaved. So, and then there's these keywords or memes, maybe, or they're called affirmations. Like I remember the episode in Saturday Night Live where one of these actors would look at themselves in the mirror and say to themselves, "I am beautiful," and or "I am smart," and things like that.
That was
So you
Stuart
have-
Smalling. Was the character?
Yeah, so you had these affirmations that you say. So what he's doing is telling his subconscious minds to believe or to figure it out on your own, to believe what you're affirming. So in the hopes that it becomes true later on, something like
Right.
that. So the subconscious, in that way, there's those books on the subconscious mind. Maybe The Power of Your Subconscious Mind was one such book, where maybe it does something like that you can program yourself if you say to yourself or to your subconscious mind to think this way or that way, and then the subconscious mind is obedient and follow and does it runs through programs that you don't know anything about, but later on they come to fruition and produce something that's beneficial, or you thought it was. Maybe it turns out.
That's interesting. Haro got something out there to add, but maybe we'll hear Masa first. He
Yeah,
seems
thank you. My understanding from the question by Dan is normally we can classify or deal on any information by consciousness, but with any we can deal any information on the layer of conscious kind of the floor or kind of the layer of the conscious kind of consciousness to make a rational kind of the to make a rational decision, to make a rational decision by ourselves. But on the other hand, how I can understand the subconsciousness is our kind of the hidden satisfaction, kind of our hidden kind of the emotional satisfaction by doing something, such as becoming the, for example, becoming the organizer of a very popular kind of organizer of the meetup session, online or offline. Then by getting it kind of getting me, getting us affirm kind of recognized by the such a activity, we can get the mentally satisfied. So actually, this is totally the kind of purpose of the kind of self-satisfaction. But this area is totally hidden or covered by the consciousness. So therefore, normally we cannot see our subconsciousness couldn't be kind of exposed or found by the another person, even though the person is very close person, like the wife and the kind of party kind of very close partnerships, like the Rami with your partner. So this is my understanding of the consciousness and also the subconsciousness.
There's a tool known as a Johari window, which has 4 quadrants. One is the, in fact, let me give you a search for it. It's the known to self and known to others, the open area or arena. There's the not known to others, but known to self, the hidden area or facade. The not known to self and not known to others, the blind spot. And the not known to others, known to others and not known to self. So others understand that thing about you, but you don't understand that thing about you. That's the blind spot. And then there's the not known to self and not known to others, which is the true unknown. And I put a link in the chat. You can click on that and research it and even create your own Johari window and have others give inputs as to how they perceive you. And it'll list in there. It's a way to better know oneself when you receive feedback from those who know you. It's interesting, Jairo, that you brought up computer science and trying to draw an analogy for understanding ourselves through that field, because computer science is the field that often draws analogies from the rest of the world. I want to suggest maybe using a computer engineering as a model for the split between consciousness and subconsciousness. You had stated that whatever is in active memory, let's say in the registers of the CPU, and that's currently the data being manipulated as being a form of consciousness. Well, then in a computer engineering model, the instruction set for the CPU would be perhaps a form of subconsciousness, because I don't know that the CPU, well, I don't think the CPU knows what it's doing. It's just sort of operating in accordance with its programming given to it, but the programming, what it is accessing is actually the either reduced instruction set or the if it's a x86 based or some of the other type processors that are complex instruction set based, then it's accessing these more basic functions like a jump function or an adder function, and it's really not, I say function, but it's circuitry that does these things. So that would be another way to view it, the one where the part that's built into the thing itself is a subconscious that others are able to access in order to get work out of you. Or that you're able to get work out of if you are able to write your own program and do a baseball pitcher. I mean, they say one of the best ways to mess up an ace baseball pitcher's throw is to ask them to explain how they do that throw. They may not have the language capacity to explain it, and if they start thinking about it, they can actually have it messed up. But if they just do it, because that's what they muscle memory and everything that's part of them that enables that fast pitch or that curveball, whatever special pitches that they have in their repertoire of being able to toss, then and they're in the professional league, that's something they've developed over thousands of hours. So I bring that up as an example of perhaps why maybe we don't necessarily want to delve into subconscious, because if we do that, we might mess things up for ourselves.
I was listening to someone that was recommended to me by Facebook to follow. So I listened for a while, and I got the impression that she was like a self-made life coach. Like she probably doesn't have any degrees in psychology or anything like that, or counseling, but she's kind of gone through lots of experience and has had to deal with psychological problems herself, and survived depressions and stuff, and medications, and overcome addictions and all this. And so she's become, or trying to become, a life coach. And so she had, I guess she's making podcasts on Facebook or wherever. And so she was talking and using the words subconscious mind, or I don't think she was saying subconsciousness. She was just saying, and so your subconscious is going to do this and that. And so I said, so it sounds like she's imagining that it's a separate mind that is, yes, you're giving it orders and it's following them and it's producing these results. So you have to be careful what you put into it. So, and I think she mentioned the words your what is it? What kind of mind? Your reptile mind, reptilian, or the part of the brain that is the oldest, back here near the spinal column, the fight or flight part. So maybe she was saying that the subconscious mind is includes all that stuff. So I guess she was saying that you got to be careful of what you think, or how you word things, because the subconscious mind is gonna latch onto it and believe it, and maybe even not be so careful about the negations, as in when you say the word beautiful, and the little difference between beautiful and ugly is differentiated by saying not beautiful, that's ugly. But maybe if you meant to use not to negate something, what if you forget to or you don't catch the word not, then you don't negate it, or maybe you over negate something. Like the logic might be off, or in other words, you maybe the subconscious mind sometimes isn't very good at logic, so it's only hearing the words and then taking off with them, and not going through the Boolean algebra to producing what you wanted ordered. So it might, in the programming of it, it might use the wrong logic by just hearing the keywords and going with them.
But it does speak to the power of words, and also the idea of the mantra, the idea that we can speak our way into new ways of being by repeating these ideas a certain formulary of words in order to reprogram ourselves to, let's say, have new skills, or to redirect, to reframe the world, and then to see it from a new perspective, one that might be useful towards a particular end.
Mm. Saying some mantra could be broken down into the the components. Man could refer to mind, and tra could be suggesting protection. So it's protecting the mind, perhaps, or maybe tra means transforming, or it could just mean programming the mind.
Yeah, it could be protecting someone else's agenda. Gustav Le Bon wrote about that in his book The Crowd, The Psychology of Crowds. And then there's the Mr. Smith effect.
Mr. Smith effect.
Yeah, I've got it in the
Oh.
the one on truth in Central Florida Philosophy in the photo section.
Just I'd like to say, oh my gosh, because just only just because just now I'm able to I'm able to find the limitations of the volumes of word at the chatting box. Just I made any kind of descriptions on the kind of explanations of I tried describing the explanation on Kanban system that I missed kind of the telling the kind of the more simple ways, but
Please complete your thought, Masa, unless you have
yeah,
more.
During making the kind of put the word on the chat box, the limitation is coming. Yeah, it's a long way. Yeah. Okay. By using the personal. Okay.
The Mr. Smith effect. Oh, in the movie, The Matrix,
Okay.
Mr. Smith
It's very
has
huge.
the ability to enter any body at any time. Wow. And of course, this often occurs when the Matrix is threatened by Neo. If you're down at the coffee shop having a 2-hour conversation with a friend and everything is fine until you mention something like vaccines not being safe and effective. Now, watch what happens. Up pops Mr. Smith to replace the person you were having a conversation with, to attack you, because any and all truths threaten the Matrix. The Matrix is programmed into most people in their youth, and because of this Mr. Smith programming, these people become guardians of the Matrix. protectors of the code, police of the mind control, enforcers of the brainwashing, which holds together our false concept of reality like super glue, are handlers program most people to be like this, to attack anyone at any time. If another person in the matrix dares speak the truth and disrupt the code of slave control, these Mr. Smith-like citizens sit there waiting for people who speak against the matrix of control, the people who connect the dots, or the people who recognize the patterns in the slave code. And then
I don't have a second for that. And, you know, to me, when I read this, it looks kind of simple today. And it'd be easy to write off the idea.
Oh.
But if you look in the comment, the philosophical foundation, the reference to Gustav Le Bon's The Crowd, a Study of the Popular Mind, there's a quote there, or English translation of this.
the philosophical foundation for the Mr. Smith effect is found in Gustave Le Bon's La Psychologie des Foules, 1895, in English, The Crowd, a study of the popular mind. We see then that the disappearance of the conscious personality, the predominance of the unconscious personality, the turning by means of suggestions and contagion of feelings and ideas in an identical direction, the tendency to immediately transform the suggested ideas into acts, these we see are the principal characteristics of the individual forming part of a crowd. He is no longer himself, but has become an automaton who has ceased to be guided by his will. Stoic Dan.
Oh, well, let's stop and think about that for a moment.
Postscript. Let's think about that. Let's think about that. Just think clearly about that. That Mr. Smith looks like a secret agent, an FBI agent.
Well, that's how they kind of produced them in the 1999 movie The Matrix, to have that sort of men with black shoes effect or look. But the Gustav Bond part, I mean, think about let's say protests and counter protests as an example. You could take, for instance, which occurred in Paris in 1968. You can think in terms of what's occurred in Portland and in San Francisco during the pandemic a number of times. Are people giving up their conscious minds and just acting in accordance to some sort of zeitgeist? And if so, who's writing the zeitgeist? And what's the end? What's the end of these things? Is it to destroy so that quote groups can come along and build back better the world captured under their title and in accordance to their vision? Because you can't build back better, for instance, without first doing some destruction. And I think that this sort of Mr. Smith effect can be utilized in order to provide the destructive portion that then makes whatever that new agenda is seem more palatable, or it softens up the population to go along with whatever the new age that they're looking to install, for whatever ends they're looking to install it would be.
There is another word that we have to examine. The word is the unconscious. There's the conscious, the subconscious, and the unconscious. Or you could add ness to each one. What's the difference between saying it with the ness and without? The consciousness, the unconsciousness, and the subconsciousness. Ness as in process, maybe? Or is it? Because if you just say the word unconscious, it seems static. But unconsciousness is maybe more flowing. The river of conscious or unconscious or subconscious. Perhaps unconscious is happening in the crowd, as in Carl Jung's The Collective Unconscious. So the crowd is collectively forming an unconscious consciousness, like a meta mind, like when birds fly together, they form certain patterns, maybe so that the whole is more outstanding than the parts. So maybe we've as a crowd, we're unconscious of what we're doing, or we submit to the crowd, and in order to submit, we have to become unconscious. Oh, the Johari window, expanding your self-awareness. Isn't that lovely? Let's see. So the first row and column, there's the row known to others, and then the column known to self. And when they intersect, they have an arena. It's made public what you and others know about yourself. So both are conscious. But then the opposite extreme would be not known to others and not known to self. That would be unconscious. What is unknown to both you and everyone else about yourself?
Higher, just actually, you kind of shows you shows the image or picture of Matrix, a kind of movie of the Matrix. Actually, in Japan, the movie was has been called as Matrix. So,
Same title here. Where was I?
Yes. And then actually this movie got I got interested in this movie because normally this movie shows very kind of technical kind of technical way, technical side of the how the computing system can be protected by from the any kind of the negative kind of byte or virus, such as the main character. At first, main character is in the world of the consciousness, but when someone asked the main character to get into the area of subconsciousness, then the main character was able to successfully able to kind of get out from the area of kind of the consciousness area to the kind of subconscious arenas. So then right after the kind of main character is able to in the area of subconsciousness, the kind of the progress of the main character is totally incredible. Just such as the how the any kind of the tools or a kind of PC system can be upgraded by taking the process of install of the new files with by using the very small taking a small times. So I mean this movie is kind of this movie has become very interesting for me by kind of the explanations of the how the computing system can be protected and also the attacked by the each of the kind of the part, like the protection system, like the who is kind of such as person with kind of sunglass. They are the protections of the matrix system. Then the other side of the main character is attacker of the matrix system. So actually, the movie for now, the movie may have wanted to describe how the computing system can be maintained and also can have a possibility of getting attacked from the external environment. So this is my understanding.
Oh,
Yeah, it was such a like pipeline, pipeline system, which is understood as a information sharing system in the jargon of the kind of coding or computer system. So, the Mr. Smith can be moved by moved to any places by using the pipeline.
Ui. Where's Rami? Oh, there's Joel.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Joel, your friend from Denmark showed up early.
Oh, who was that?
Oh,
Oh,
I
the guy from Copenhagen.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, me too.
Perlin?
Yeah, I forgot too. I didn't know when he was coming or if he was coming. How early was he here?
Since very early. And so he waited a while and then he said, I got things to do. But when Joe shows up, have him email me so that I can get in and start playing.
Oh, okay.
So you invited him to play Vinci.
Yeah, I said sometimes you guys play Vinci, and if he wants to try, he can try. But that was a few weeks ago. Let me see if I can find the I don't have my glasses. Hold on, I better get my glasses. I can't see.
Oh.
Good morning, Masa.
Hi, good morning. Hi, are you staying in Denmark? No.
Oh no, he's a friend that I met online who lives in Denmark, but he's from Bulgaria.
Uh-huh.
But he wants to try to learn to play Vinci. So let me see if I can find his name. New mail. Oh, I got a
Yeah,
Pavel.
okay.
What?
Okay. Yes, I got surprised. You are in near the Toronto.
Yeah, I'm in Toronto.
Yes, you are in Toronto to teach, and the person in Denmark.
Yes.
So I think this is totally business, not the hobby. Hobby. So
Well, you can have any thoughts you want. That's fair.
okay.
It's a belief.
Okay.
I believe you're in Japan. It's my belief. Maybe you're not in Japan.
I'm speaking from suburb area of Tokyo in Japan.
Yeah, but
Even
people can believe anything they want.
okay. Uh-huh.
That's fair. That's honest.
Uh-huh.
If you don't want to play a game because either you cannot or you are unwilling, you may decide it's a business and that's business is bad. That's fair.
Okay. I got it. Yeah. Just if you are now in Denmark to kind of to fulfill your action with your your kind of friends or person in Denmark who wants to know how game of the bench can be played, right?
Yeah, anybody can learn anything they want anywhere. If someone wants to learn something, you cannot prevent them. If they don't want to learn something, you cannot force them.
Yeah, exactly. The situation is same to me, almost similar because just yeah, I cannot speak just now, because this my explanation kind of may violate the a kind of label, kind of the label rule in Japan. So labor code rule in Japan.
Well, I'm not sure I understand the connection to the labor code in Japan or the man in Copenhagen or me in Toronto. But if you see a connection, that's your connection. All I know is I want to play Vinci with people in as many different places in the world as I can. And Pavel is in Copenhagen, but he has a Bulgarian passport. So I would like to play Vinci with him. He will be the first person from Bulgaria to ever play Vinci, as far as I know.
Good for you.
And he said he's interested, so we'll see if he comes back, if he gets the message. I don't even know what time it is in Bulgaria, in Copenhagen.
Wait. Not here. Maybe I may be able to find out the current local time in Bulgaria.
I didn't catch that. You may be able to find out the current what?
I can try to find out the local time, the current local time in Bulgaria.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
near
here's
the
Pavlin now.
it's near the it's near Istanbul. So I guess from the sun time I try to understand the standard time by the JST, Japan standard, which is so-called Japan standard time. Now
Okay.
it's 10 p.m. 10:30 p.m. Now the Istanbul time local time in Istanbul is 4:30 p.m. So therefore, I guess Bulgaria maybe the time of 5:30 p.m. Maybe.
I'm not sure. I think Pavlin is closer to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe when he
now,
comes
3:30.
on, he'll tell us.
yeah.
3:30 p.m. in Danish
Okay.
time.
1 hour advanced from the. Just sorry, sir, I got confused. That's now my iPhone for the business tells me now Istanbul is 4:30 p.m. and Madrid in Spain is 3:30 p.m. So I guess Istanbul, no.
Copenhagen.
Bulgaria,
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen.
Yes, Pavlin is in Copenhagen, I think.
It is
So
3:30 in Copenhagen, yes. And I'm in
maybe
Copenhagen.
close to, maybe almost same as the kind of time zone in Germany, right? Germany in kind of Berlin in Germany, right?
Similar, I would guess. Are you the same time as Germany, Pavlin?
I guess there are only kind of the 3 hours of the time zone in London in Britain, and also kind of Berlin in Germany. Only 3 hours or 2 hours of the difference. So then,
I'm
Um,
gonna go get my glasses. I'll be right back.
yeah, anyway. Today, my, I have a long, my day is very long for today. I have to get up, I have to be, stay up until, 1 a.m. On Sunday.
Okay, now I've got my glasses.
Okay, I didn't, I do not get, I do not get a bus. Take a bus in Japanese, slow. So, and also I have not been able to handle my mattress for sleeping. And also, I have to kind of, I have to, I have to deactivate from 1 a.m. in Japan Standard Time. So I have to be out from here just right now. I may join the session of the part from 1 a.m. But 1 a.m. No. 0 kind of the 0 p.m. or 0 a.m. But in order to watch the special program by of the find the news YouTube news channel in Japan, which gets started from the 1 a.m. I may have to be out from the part from just from 1 a.m. So have a good day.
Okay, Masa, I take it that means you don't want to play Pavlin. He has never played before. So
Huh?
you're not interested to play him. He needs a competitor. You're not
I'd
available.
like I'd like to know what is benchy. But
Just let you know, I would play Pavlin. I'm just kind of caught up in family duties at the moment, but if you're still
Okay.
around when I'm done performing them, then you'll have a someone to learn.
You'll have a game. Now, but you'll have to handicap him because you're a bit of an expert.
That's
Don't-
right. I
don't-
played 3 games.
Yeah, you're almost you're the Florida champion.
2.5.
Well, almost the Florida champion. Now Jairo is gone away somewhere and he's the host. So he has to let the board in. I don't know whether he fell asleep or he's gone
Oh.
somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Plus, I
are
think
you-
we have the ability to pin. Oh, I see. To add the thing.
You have to
Yeah.
admit the other player.
Oh,
take care of her.
Ah, okay. Now we're moving forward, albeit slowly.
is that the board?
Yeah, not yet, but I'll turn on the video. I'll turn on the video once Pavlin turns on his video. Fair is fair. We want to make sure he's not a bot.
I'm not a bot, but I cannot
Yeah,
turn on my video because I'm on stationary PC.
You don't have a video on your PC?
Nope.
Oh,
And I, by the way, I also have like 20 minutes before I need to leave.
okay. Well, maybe today isn't the best day. What happened here? I just pushed a button and I lost my screen for the video. Oh. Where the heck is the Zoom? Okay, well, at least we found each other today. That's a good start. Let me start the video. Okay. There is, whoop, turn on some lights, camera, action. There is the board. Is it upside down or right side up? Looks like it's upside down to me. Can you, is that, how does that look to you?
It looks good.
It looks right side up?
Yeah, looks fine.
Okay, so I'll go through the basics because Hyro and Rami know all those. Basically, we have 3 boards here. My hand is covering one. There's the second board, and that's the third board. So a short game is played in 3 innings. So we'd play the first inning, the second inning, and the third inning. And the way we would play a game, whoops, is we need some dice. Whoop. And we need some playing pieces. So the dice are only used to determine the starting order. And the starting order may have some strategic significance. Well, I think it's more than may have, it does. So to start a game, you need to know how many people are playing. That may sound sensible and logical, and it's impossible to play a game if you don't know who's playing. But because Vinci can be played by 2, 3, 4, or very rarely, but sometimes 5 players, you have to decide that in advance. In this case, we'll assume there's only 2 players, you and Rami when he gets back, and Hyro has gone to sleep somewhere. So what we do is we roll each player. If we were sitting together, of course, we would each roll our own dice. But because it's a little hard to fly to Copenhagen to have a game, we do it on the internet and we adapt. So I'll roll for Rami first, if you don't mind. Is that okay with you, Pavlin?
Go ahead.
And Rami rolls 7, 8, 10, 16. See if that comes out clearly. Oh, we have to, Hyro, are you hearing this? Can you make me a host so I can spotlight the board? Or can you pin the board where you are, Pavlin, just so you can see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Can you see it okay? Okay, so
Yep.
I rolled for Rummy and he rolled 7, 9, 10, 15 or 16. Did I get that wrong? 8, 10, 16. Now, with your permission, I'll roll for you because if you were sitting together, of course, everybody would roll for themselves. And clearly more than 16. So Pavlin wins the roll. So that means you get two choices, Pavlin. You get, first of all, to choose whether you want to play first in the first inning or whether you want to play second. That's a strategic decision that you really have to play the game at least once or twice to understand what's good for you, but it's not crucial. It's just helpful in winning. And you get the choice of which color die you want to use to keep your score. And there's no strategic significance to that. It's just a matter of personal taste and preference. So you get two choices because you won the roll.
I get the blue one and I go first.
Okay, so Pavlin is blue and he wants to go first. I should tell you, because you've never played this game before, going first isn't necessarily advantageous, especially in a two-player game, but it's not crucial, as you'll see in a few minutes. So next, where is Rami back yet, or are you there, Rami?
I am here, Joel.
Okay, which color die would you like to use to keep your score?
Well, I didn't choose what color skin I got when I was born, so I'm gonna say you go ahead and choose one for me. That's all right. I'll roll with it.
Okay, you'll roll with the punch. All right, so I'm going to give you red and blue because we're playing in the United States of America, and those are the two major political parties. So red and blue. And since we don't have any other players, I'll set these dice on the side. And then I will just look at the board for a moment because
I don't like this.
Pavlin has never seen.
The fact that no, he's just showering himself right now.
No, but he needs to be able to get clean.
Oh no, I gave him some privacy. It's okay. He's sitting on the floor of the tub.
Don't wear a headset
Yes, darling.
in case he falls.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so the board and the inning has 17 spaces, and each player is free to move into any space anywhere on the board, except if it's occupied by another player. So once the space is filled, either by Pavlin or by Rami, it's occupied for the duration of that game. And like in chess, the white player goes first, and we only have one other restriction, and that is that the very center, where I'm putting the die with the number 1 facing up, is not able to be occupied until it forms part of 3 in a row. Is that any questions about that, Pavlin, or have I lost you, or are we good?
No, we're good so far. I
So
just need
far,
to
so
start
good.
playing so I can get it.
Okay, well, yeah, but you need to know these basic rules. Okay, so now it's entirely up to you. You get the first move, and wherever you tell me to put, I will put a white piece.
What
On
is in
the-
the middle?
Which
On the
middle?
first. On the first, I don't know what you call it.
Okay, so We have to get the terminology. We have to get the terminology. This is one square. The way it appears to me is the lower square, and this is the upper square.
Mhm.
Is it the middle of one of those squares that you're referring to?
Yes, the lower square in the middle.
Spread it all around.
Okay, now it's Rami's turn.
Ronnie's busy.
Uh-oh. Sounds like there's trouble in River City.
Mm.
What, you ready for tough time? Let's do tough time.
Rami's looking after his kids, I guess, getting them started for the day. Interesting that I
Back and check in on you. Leave it open, you say?
Leave that door open.
Okay.
I want to be able to hear him.
All right. Opposite, center, square one.
You,
okay. Your move, Pavlin.
hubby, you can't wait water running with me.
A second.
Did I check in on? Top left.
I'm not hearing you.
How are you not? Can you hear me?
So you said something, I think you said left, but I don't know what you're referring to.
That's private.
Bottom square, top left.
Uh,
Okay.
second square top left. Is this what you meant?
No, bottom
Made all of
square,
it. It's fine.
top left.
Bottom square. Okay, so let me tell you the numbering system that's used. I was hoping we'd get a little further, but Rami's distracted and you're new to the game. So we number this when we're playing online. We use a numbering system so that we can make the moves more quickly. The centerpiece where I'm pointing to now with your black piece is known as number 1.
Mhm.
Then we count counterclockwise. 1, 2. What did I do wrong? Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yep.
5, 6, 7, 8, and then center. That's the only one that's restricted. You can't occupy it until it forms 3 in a row.
Got it. Then number 3 on my square, on the bottom.
Number 3 on your squares. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we got to find out when Rami's available, unless
I'll take 3 on the opposite end.
on the where? On the upper one?
Yes.
Okay, Pavlin.
Two on my end.
2 on the lower one.
Yes.
Rami.
And he's been given the triangle 1, square
Okay.
2.
No, I think
3 in a
you're
row.
right. I think I forgot to explain that. Oh, sorry, Pavlin. It's been a bit chaotic today. So
No problem.
the object of the game is to place your pieces so that at the end of the game, you form as many shapes as possible with your colored pieces. So right now you have a triangle. That's worth 3 points. Sorry, that's worth 1 point. And the other shapes that are valued are a square, which is 2 points, and 3 in a row, which is 3 points. So once we fill up this board, we'll simply count those shapes for each player to determine who won that inning. Sorry, I forget who's heard which rules when, and I get confused.
No problem.
Okay, so now it's Rami's turn.
I will take in the upper That would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so Rami has 3 in a row now. Pavlin,
I will get eight.
okay, so Pavlin's got the hang of the game now. I told you it was quick to learn, even if I don't explain the rules to you. Okay, Rami, it's your move.
I'll take 5 in the upper.
And Pavlin,
Six. Bottom.
mm, uh, 2, 3,
Six bottom.
bottom, yeah.
It's opposite for Joel because it's further away from him, so it would seem
Yeah,
like
yeah.
nice. I will take
Okay, just let me interrupt for 1 minute. This shape that you formed here is the strongest possible shape for 5 pieces on the board. Just so that you know, because you've never played before and you've never seen it. So
Mhm.
this is called a Nihonbashi, which is a Japanese bridge in Tokyo, and it's 3 and 3 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So at this point, you have 10 points.
Amazing.
Yeah, so you by luck or by circumstance, you've got a very high valued shape at the moment. But now it's Rami's turn to make you cry. Rami,
it could have been please, let's not create enmity. It could have been by intuition on Pavlin's part.
could
2.
be. Could
I'll take the 9, please.
be. Okay. Pavlin. Rami, by the way, you are playing Vinci for the first time with someone from Bulgaria who is now presently in Copenhagen. So from Florida to Copenhagen.
Nice connection.
I'll be.
I don't know what happened. I think Pavlin got cut off.
No, I just changed to my phone because the library is closing.
Oh, okay. You were at the library. Sorry, I didn't realize that.
Yes. So I have to leave.
Thank you.
Oh.
I hope
Okay.
now you can actually, if you haven't already, you may want to pin the Vinci board video participant. That way you get maximum size to view.
Unless
Oh, yeah.
Hyro
That's up
leaves
to you.
me,
Yeah, I
I
think you're a
Have
host
the
now.
ability, at least on the laptop, to pin a video participant, make them take the full screen space. Or
But
almost.
Joe is also a host, so he can also pin it for us.
Okay.
I think Hyro is the host.
No,
Are
you
you
are
a
the
host
host.
as well, Rami?
No, what I'm saying, even as a user, one can pin.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just wondering, I would spotlight it if I had that
Let me see.
capability, but I don't think I do.
I think you have it because I saw.
Oh, yeah, he did make me host. Sorry. Okay, so I can do that. How do let me remove the pin. Let me go back and spotlight for everyone. Okay, now we got it. Thanks. I didn't even realize that that Hyro had made me the host before he left. Okay, so Rami has 5 on the board. Pavlin has 5 on the board, and it's Pavlin's move. This is a great day for me for playing with people in different countries. I'm meeting a father and his 2 sons at noon. They just migrated from the Ukraine and they're going to play for the first time.
Neat.
Yeah.
Are they, you said migrated, so does that mean they migrated into Canada?
Yeah.
So Pavlin, it is your move. And
Yes, I would say
Are you there, Pavlin?
yes, I just left the library, so the internet connection should be better.
Okay.
But I said my square on 3.
On 3. Okay, Rami.
2 upper, please.
Pavlin.
7 bottom.
8 upper, please.
Two top.
Do you mean this one?
Yes.
Okay, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good move. Rami,
Done that as well. 4 on top, please.
and you have no choice, Pavlin, because there's only 1 space left, and you went first, so you have to take the open space unless it's barred to you, which it isn't. Okay, so now we do the last phase in each round, which is called equalization. And that means that the player with the most pieces has 1 piece removed by his or her opponent. So that means Rami gets to pick 1 piece of yours to take off the board before we score it.
I'll remove the logical piece, 1 on the bottom.
Okay. You sure you don't want to remove this one because it would be nice and even then? It would.
That would be the friendlier way to do it.
Yeah. Okay, so the board is now set and ready for scoring. So Pavlin went first. He was white. So he has 3 points for 3 in a row, 3 points for 3 in a row, and that's 6 points. And he has 1, 2, 3 triangles. So that's 9 points. Rami has 3 points for 3 in a row, 3 points for another 3 in a row, 3 points for a third 3 in a row, and 4 points for a fourth 3 in a row, 5 points. Anyway, he's got more than 9 points. So Rami wins the first inning and he gets 1 game point. So we put Rami's colored die, the red one, on the board with the number 1 facing up, indicating that red is in the game with a score of 1
I am.
And then
And-
we move to the second inning.
And I have to say, Pavlin, that it was very unfair in the situation because you didn't know, I think at the beginning, necessarily that there's a disadvantage in going first when you chose to go first.
Yeah.
So this was a hard lesson, but one that, because it was hard, maybe will help you remember that rule at least. But as in a way, this was a reflection of the unfairness of life. This is
Yes,
a philosophy group, so.
yes,
Yeah,
I
no problem,
wasn't
uh,
born into a millionaire's family, and I'm not as smart as many people. So, okay, so but this time we try to make up a little bit for that unfairness because this time Rami has to go first. And that will give you the advantage that you could have taken the last time, but didn't because of your kind-hearted sportsman-like way, or because you were in Copenhagen, or because you're Bulgarian, or for some other reason. Okay, Rami, it's your move.
Are we keeping these same pieces or are we switching jerseys, as I like to say?
You're white now. The
Okay.
first, it's just like in chess, white goes first.
Okay, all
So
right.
that way we always keep the order clear. And this time you're white. It also helps to exercise old people's memories to see if they can remember which colored piece they are from game to game when you're playing with people in the old folks
Getting
home.
old, honey.
We could also say it reinforces an ethnocentric Europeanism in terms of dominance over the world.
Well, we could say that, but I wouldn't understand what that meant. And
Well, when you
not
said
sure.
white always goes first, I understand in chess how that's the rule. But
Yeah.
since you're bringing in the internationalism, I thought,
Yeah.
oh, okay. If I were maybe a militant black man who wanted to be argumentative with you, I might say that, oh, I see. That's how it is. White always goes first, huh? That sort of thing.
Okay, well, now it's your move, Rami.
I'll take the same first move that Pavlin started in the last round. Thank you.
Okay, Pavlin, now it's your move.
I do the same in the middle, first up.
Well, you gotta figure he's a fast learner.
I'll take 6 in the lower.
I'll take 2 on the top.
Question, hubby.
8 in the lower.
I want to see if he's done. 2, if he's not done, can you close the curtain so I can take a peek?
Okay.
And warn him that the lights are gonna go out, because I still can't take those lights.
Pavlin.
Take 9.
And for pee.
You can't take 9 because it doesn't form 3 in a row. Remember, that's the only one restriction on the centerpiece, that it has to be part of 3 in a row.
Then
So
I take
had you
5.
gone, sorry,
I take 5 then.
5, yeah, okay, so now you're in a position to take
Another.
it on your next move.
I'll take it the next round then.
But we gotta wait for Rami.
Picking,
Okay. But he cannot put it there.
Oh, 3 in the lower. Yes.
Okay, Pavlo,
9.
now you can take it, yeah.
Done. Done, hubby.
Rami,
Yes, dear.
You
I'll
okay
take
then?
4 in the lower.
Come on, hubby. I know it's been a crappy championship, but.
it's an international championship. Copenhagen, Denmark versus the United States, or unless Pavlin is playing for Bulgaria, I'm not sure.
I'll take 6
Uh,
For him.
on the top.
You want out or no? You, yeah,
4 in the low, I'm sorry, 2 in the lower.
one's out, I think.
Pavlin.
He wants out. Go help him.
I shall when you're not walking away.
I will take 4 in the top.
Rami.
I'll have 5 in the lower.
Pavlin.
8 on the top.
Rami.
6 in the lower.
Pavlin.
And does it really matter though?
No, you're right. So you've got
Take care of
basically
it.
you've learned the game now. You've got the hang of it, and you can see the implications of your move. So it doesn't matter, but you have to pick one, and then Rami gets the other one.
I take 3.
And Rami has
Oh,
no
he
choice.
needs out of the shower.
Okay, so now Pavlin gets to pick one piece of Rami's to remove.
I'll take the middle.
Okay, so basically the game is pretty much reversed, almost identical to the last one. 3 and 3 is 6, 7, 8, and 9. And Pavlin has 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 2, 4, 6, 21. So Pavlin is now on the board with a score of 1, and the game is tied. We go into the third and final inning.
You wanna go help our son instead of playing a pinchy or something,
Vinci.
whatever.
I can't because the water's still draining.
Of course, go back to your.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so the final game, like just one other rule that you should be aware of, because excuse me,
Oh, it will be in.
Rami had won the first inning. He got 1 game point. You won the second inning. You got 1 game point. But because Rami was the first to win, which is one of the reasons for the advantage to the second to play, if he had won the second game as well, he would not only have 2 game points, but he would have 3. And that is because if a player wins both the first and second point consecutively, they get an additional game point. So it's one other reason for the advantage of going second. It puts you in a potentially better position to move into the third round. But that didn't happen, and it must be consecutive. If you tie an inning or something else happens, you don't get that extra point. They must be 2 innings absolutely consecutive. So now we're in the final inning, and this is worth triple points. So had Rami won the first 2 innings and he had a score of 3, it wouldn't automatically mean the game is over, because this last inning is worth triple points, 3 points. So even if he had 3 points going into this inning, you would still have an opportunity to tie. Okay, I'm just explaining that because it's a little bit of background. It doesn't often apply, but I can see that you're not having any trouble understanding the game. So I think Bulgaria may very well become the world champion here. Since he's never seen the game before and he's come this far without getting frustrated or losing hands down, I think you've got a serious competitor here. So this time, however, you're at a disadvantage. In the, you went first, you went second, so now you go first again. So you again have a disadvantage. Another reason not to go first in the very beginning. But a lot of young kids, you know, it's instinctive for them. Oh, I want to go first. I want to go first. And it takes a little bit of experience to, you know, have a steady hand and be patient.
You
Try to
you
teach
do
them
this
that.
magical thing called eating
What would you like to eat?
some eggs and grits.
I will make eggs and grits.
Okay. So Pavlin is now white and he goes first. And Rami is black. He goes second. And this would be the deciding short game, Canadian version, because in Canada we play 3 innings for a short game. In the United States, they play 4. In Mexico, they play 5 because it's Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May, their national holiday. I don't know what the national holidays are in Copenhagen or Bulgaria, but that's the way the game rolls in North America. Okay, are you ready for a move, Pavlin?
Yes, the middle, but in that case, left. Or 1 on the left.
Yeah, he's got the numbering down pat already too. So all I can tell you, you've got no cognitive impairment.
One other side.
Okay.
Five left.
Two other side.
Okay.
Pavlin.
Uh, 9.
Six other side.
Pavlin.
Still trying there.
Eight, right.
Seven other side. I'm sorry, the same side as the word beautiful. Here we go. Thank you.
Eight, left side.
8 left side, which is my right side, which is here. Okay. Rami.
Okay, let's see. Three, beautiful side.
3, beautiful side. Pavlin.
2, my side.
Not my food.
Rami.
4, beautiful side.
Bobby, please. I'm trying to make it stretch, okay?
Your move, Pavlin.
Yes. 2. No, 3. 3 my side.
Da. And Rami.
5, beautiful side.
Four left side.
1, 2. I'm confused here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Rami.
Okay, someone forgot. to do
6, start something side.
And Pavlin has no choice.
one. Oh, he has plenty of choice.
Okay. Now, Rami gets to disrupt Pavlin's pattern.
We'll take 9.
He'll take 9. And let's see if that's enough to win. So Rami has 3, 6, 9, 10 for the triangle, 12, 14.
Plus 3 more because of the, let me see, what would that be? That would be the line going from 5, 6, 7. I don't think you counted the 5, 6, 7, but Pavel, or you could.
Maybe I did. Hold on. Let me. 3 and 3 is 6. 3 is 9. 3 is 12. 2 is 14. 16, 17. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure Rami's got this one, but let's count them up. We got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, and 2 is 13, and 1 is 14.
The 2, that would be, oh, is that right?
Well,
Oh,
I don't.
that's, yeah.
Can
9,
you feed me before it burns?
10, 11, 12, and then he's got a square, 14. Is that right?
I'll count them again, but I'm pretty sure you've won, Rami. Let's
Good,
go.
I need to eat.
I have to get back to cooking.
Congratulations. You won.
Evelyn, I hope
Let's
this has
go.
been a fun game and that you play some more.
Very
Yeah,
good.
You can
Lots of
you can easily
variation
win
in
if you
this
go second.
Yeah. That's one of the things. But the game changes when you have 3 players.
Most likely, yes.
Yeah, the odds will change quite
one.
considerably.
Having 3 players is a lot more interesting. It becomes more, I guess, chaotic. Is that
Yeah.
the idea?
Yeah, I think that's
We had to get to a 2-player in order to do a 3-player. And Hyro is around, but is he awake? Could he do it?
I don't know. I think he's gone to sleep. I haven't seen him since I got here. But anyway, thank you for trying, Pavlin. You're the very first person playing from Copenhagen and the very first Bulgarian who's ever played Vinci.
Sounds very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Uh,
And I'll probably come again at some point. Maybe not
Yeah,
next
please.
Saturday, but another Saturday.
Yeah, please do
And,
come whenever you like.
Yeah.
Pleasure having you
And,
here with us.
Yes, and I have to go now, but
Okay.
I will come at some point again.
Nice to
And
see you again, Pavlin.
It's every Saturday, right?
Yeah, I'm not always here every Saturday. I try to come. They start very early in the morning. So Don was here before I got here. There's others that come and go. So
I'd say he's here at least 95% of the time.
who's that? Hyro?
That's you.
Oh, you think do I come that regularly?
I think you do. I think you do. Yeah. At
Okay,
least that much.
I
Could be
can't,
more.
I can't recall, but it's a handy way to play with people around the world and meet people from all around the world. And eventually, maybe we'll meet in person somewhere. We'll have the international championship in Copenhagen.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, thanks for coming, Pavlin. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you too. Bye bye.
Bye now.
Oh, boy.
Okay, you burned it.
No, I made yours correct. I just don't know how because this is also an ontological game. So
Pavlin
I
was
didn't
quite
spend
a
too
good
much time
competitor.
fighting over how I should play or the social norm. I just tried to give a decent starter game.
Well,
I
Pavlin
don't
was,
always
he
wonder when
learned
you're
very,
playing the first time, you let them win so that they have like
Mommy,
a
I'm done.
better experience and they come back for more.
We're
Like
done.
dopamine hit,
We're
or-
done today.
or do you play them, give them more of a challenge because they
You're
may
done.
not know all the rules up front. It's that sort of question.
You're
And I go,
done.
oh, I'm
Bye-bye.
not sure which way to go.
I'm done.
either
I
am
think
I.
played pretty well.
I'm done.
I avoid all that by, I just play the best I can
Mommy,
every
you've got
time I.
stuff to do. You
That's a
want
good way to
some?
go. Thank you. I gotta go
Bye.
address
Okay.
our
Have a good weekend, everyone. And now I'm going to play the Ukrainians.
all right.
Oh.
Enjoy.
You go
Take
do
care.
that.
Learn stuff.
I'll try.
Oh.